think's the best Viking ever?
Well, first of all, I still remember the days when the Vikings were going to 4 consecutive Super Bowls. Not 4 consecutive Super Bowls, but 4 Super Bowls, losing them all with Fran Tarkenton as their quarterback, Bud Grant as their coach. Now to this millennial, because I don't want to imitate Max Kellerman by bringing up the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Let me be very, very clear. When I think about the Minnesota Vikings, as much as I love Randy Moss and electrifying as he was, Adrian Peterson, to me, gets the call in this regard. Randy Moss does have 156 career touchdowns. They were not all with the Minnesota Vikings, of course. He did go to an NFC Championship game when Denny Green, God rest his soul, was coaching the team. We understand that Dante Culpepper was the quarterback. We get all of that. But when I think about Adrian Peterson, and I'm thinking about the 2,000-yard season, I'm thinking about being a perennial 1,000-plus-yard rusher. The only time in Adrian Peterson's career where he's rushed for less than 1,200 yards in a season was when he missed 4 games in 2011 when he got hurt against the Redskins, when he only played 1 game 2 years ago, and when he only played 3 games last year. Every other season that Adrian Peterson has played in this league, when he has played 14 games, 15 games, 16 games, he has run for a minimum of 1,266 yards. This dude is prolific, whether the offensive line was potent or not, whether the receiving corps was there or not, whether the quarterback issues were clearly there. Remember some of the subpar quarterbacks that they have had. I won't mention any names because I'm in a good mood and I don't want to call anybody out. Adrian Peterson had to carry a heavier load than Randy Moss and did it. I'm going with Adrian Peterson on this one.
The answer to greatest Viking of all time is actually Alan Page. Leader on Super Bowl team, Hall of Famer, the whole thing. But if we're
You just said that
about,
to irritate me. You just said that to irritate me. We said Moss or Adrian Peterson. You didn't say anything about Alan Page. It's a judge for crying out loud. But it's okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
If
You
we're
did that to
talking
annoy
about
me.
Moss,
You did that to annoy me.
Before you even start, Max, you've already messed up because Mick Tingelhoff, the center who just went in the Hall of Fame a couple of years ago for the Vikings, would trump all of that. But I'll let you continue with your story once you start.
We really got
if we're
the
going to
kids
get
paying
real,
attention.
get real on TV.
Go ahead, Max.
Between Randy Moss and Adrian Peterson, it's really tough, but the answer is Randy Moss. Randy Moss was the key weapon that made them the best team in the NFL, if we're honest, the year they lost to Atlanta in the NFC Championship game. Adrian Peterson never made them into that kind of team. Furthermore, there is Jerry Rice and everyone else. But after Jerry Rice, everyone else may start with Randy Moss. At the running back position, there's Jim Brown and everyone else. But everyone else doesn't start with Adrian Peterson. Everyone else may start with Barry Sanders or Walter Payton, and then you have maybe a half tier below that, Eric Dickerson and Marcus Allen and Adrian Peterson and Emmitt Smith and these kind of guys. So I would say Randy Moss is a little closer to the best ever at his position, turned them into maybe the best team in football, but more of a Super Bowl threat at his best. And they also both played in eras where the passing game was simply more important than the running game. So though it's a great question, the answer is Randy Moss. I'm Max Kellerman. Thanks for stopping by. Before you go, hit the button below to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss a moment of me taking down Stephen A. Smith.